Hello all, welcome to EFA, that is Engineering for All. So today we are going to start with the topic logic gates. So first of all, what are logic gates and why are these important? Now when we talk about the any of the gadgets which we use at our homes or at anywhere, like we are having the laptops, we are having the PCs, we are having the mobile phones, all these electronic or digital gadgets, they are having the digital circuitry in them. Now these circuits are actually made up of the logic gates, which are the base of these circuits. So let us start with this topic. Now this topic is very important as far as the digital electronics is concerned, because whatever we are going to study in the coming lectures will be wholly and solely dependent upon the logic gates. So let us start. So first of all, what are logic gates? So the basic digital electronic circuit that has one or more inputs and single output. This is very important. One or more inputs and only one output or single output, right? So that circuit is known as the logic gate, right? So when you talk about logic gates, so when we combine these logic gates, we form the logic circuits. So that will be the logical combination of the gates, right? So we'll discuss them after some time. So when you talk about the electronic circuits, they actually work on two logic levels, that is logic 0 and logic 1. Logic 0 is known as logic low and logic 1 is known as logic high. So logic gates are the building blocks of any digital system. So when you talk about the logic gates, they are categorized into three types. So first one is the basic logic gates, second is universal gates, and third one are the special gates. So let us start with the first one, that is the basic gates. So basic gates are actually three in number. First one is AND gate, second is OR gate, and third one is the NOT gate. So we will discuss them one by one. First one is the AND gate. So what is an AND gate? You can see over here we are having a symbol over here of the AND gate, right? So we were talking about the basic logic gates, right? So basic logic gate in AND gate should have at least two number of input lines. So there can be more number of input lines also, but we are taking the basic only, right? So as to understand it well. So suppose we are having two number of input lines over here, right? And there will be only one output line. So this is the symbol of the AND gate. Okay. So when we give the inputs at A and B, there will be some output which will be nothing but A dot B. So this dot actually represents the AND gate, right? So what will be the value of this Y? It depends upon the values of A and B. So this will be clarified from this table. You can see this table is known as the truth table, right? So for every circuit or every logic gate, there will be a truth table which will represent the input and output relationship. Okay, so here you can see we're having A and B as the input lines and Y will be our output, and this Y is actually dependent upon A and B. So what is A? Y is equal to A dot B. So this dot will represent the AND function. Now you can see over here we are having two input lines. This means we will be giving two binary numbers to them. So these binary combinations can be either they both can be 0 0, or this will be 0 or this will be 1. This one will be 1 and 0, and this will be 1 and 1. If we convert this combination into decimal numbers, you can see this combination in decimal will be equal to 0. This one will be equal to 1, this will be equal to 2, and this is equal to 3, right? So in hierarchical order we have written over here 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? And in binary they are represented by 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So when we are having the AND gate over here, the combination of A and B, right? So this will give us the output Y, and how this Y will be represented. Now wherever we are having both wherever we are having either 1 0 or both the zeros, right, the output will be equal to 0. And wherever we are having both ones, right, so output will be equal to, at that place it will be equal to 1. It means if you are having either 1 0 in any of the input lines, right, the answer will be equal to 0, the output will be equal to 0. So all the inputs have to be 1 if you want to have the logic high or the output equal to 1. right? So this is the simplest case which we have discussed about the AND gate. If you are having more than two number of input lines, so suppose we are having three number of input lines or four or five, so whatever is the number of input lines, all the input lines should have one at their inputs, right? Only then we will be having one at the output. Rest on in all the cases we will be having zeros. So this is the basic AND gate, and you can see that this is similar to that of the function which we use in the general mathematics, that is a multiplied by b. So wherever there is a 0, answer will be equal to 0. Where there is no 0, the answer is not 0. Okay, so next is OR gate. OR gate is again again we will be discussing the basic OR gate, right? So A and B are the input lines, and this is the symbol of the OR gate. This is the symbol. Wherever we have to draw the circuit and we are using the OR gate, we will be having this symbol in utilization, right? So the output will be equal to, suppose it is equal to y, right? So y will be equal to a plus b. So this plus sign will represent the OR gate. So wherever there is a plus sign, it means we are having an OR gate over there, right? So let us say that what is the output and how this y is dependent upon a and b. So this is again the truth table of OR gate. So this is the because this is the basic OR gate with only two inputs. There can be more than two inputs also. So we are only taking the basic OR gate. So here we are having A and B as the input lines, and Y is our output line. So Y is equal to A plus B. Plus means OR gate. Now in this case again we will first of all write the values of A and B in the hierarchical order, right? So we are having 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. It means we are having 0 over here, 1, 2 and 3 in decimal format, right? So here, now in this case in the OR gate, if we are having either one or both the ones, right? So in that case we will be having the output equal to 1. Where there is no input equal to 1, the output will be equal to 0. It means if you are having all the zeros coming from the input lines, the output will be equal to 0, right? So here you can see over here that this function is nothing but the addition format, right? This is in the addition format like we are having in our general mathematics. So 0 plus 0 is always 0, right? So we are having 0 over here. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 cannot be equal to 0. So therefore we are having 1 over here, right? So this is the only difference, right, between the logical output and the general mathematics. Okay, so after that we are having NOT gate. So what is NOT gate? NOT gate is nothing but the inversion gate or the complementary gate, right? So in this case the basic or the fundamental NOT gate is having only one input. In general also only one input is there. So when you talk about the NOT gate, this is the symbol and there will be a bubble in front of it. This bubble actually represents the complement function. Complement means the inversion function, right? So if you are having an input, suppose it is equal to A, right, the output Y will be equal to A complement. Complement means the inverse of whatever we are giving at the input side. Now this is the truth table. So here I've written two input, but this is actually one input logic gate, right? So we are having one input over here and one output will be there, and this output is actually the inverse of the input. So whatever we are giving over here as the input, its inverse will come at the output. If we are having 0 over here, the output will be equal to 1, and if we are having 1 over here, the output will be equal to 0. So this was all about the basic gates. Now we'll move on to the universal gates. So when you talk about the universal gates, they are of two types. First one is the NAND gate and second is the NOR gate. Okay, so when you talk about the universal gates, why these are called the universal gates? These are called the universal gates because any Boolean function can be implemented by the use of these two gates, right? So whatever we are having the function, whether we are having the AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, or any complex function with a combination of all these gates, right? They all can be realized with the help of the NAND gate as well as the NOR gate. So when we talk about the implementation using the NAND gate, this is and the expressions which are there, which are being used, they are in the form of the SOP. SOP means sum of product, right? So let us see an example of the sum of product. So this is then an example of sum of product type of the Boolean expression, right? So where we are having a plus a into b plus a into c bar plus b into c. You can see over here we are having products over here. A into b is one of the product. Second, a into c bar is second product. Third, b into c is the third product, right? So these are the products and we are having their sums, right? So therefore it is known as sum of product. Sum of product. These are the products and we are taking their sums. Therefore it is known as sum of product. So to realize this kind of the equation, right, we need to have the NAND gate. And if you want to realize the POS type of the equation, POS means product of sum. In that case, we need to have the NOR gate, right? So what is POS? POS is something like this, where we are having the sums, and after having the sums, we multiply them, right? So you can see over here, we are having a plus b as one of the sums. Then we are having a plus c bar, b plus c. These all three parts, they are actually the sums, right? So if we multiply them, this will become product of sum. This is the product of these sums, right? So whenever we are having this type of the equation and we have to implement this with the help of the NOR gate, with the help of the universal gates, we need to have the NOR gates. Okay, so let us start with the first one, that is the NAND gate. So when you talk about the NAND gate, what is NAND gate? It is nothing but the inverse of the AND gate, right? So whatever we are having the output in the AND gates, in inverse will be taken in the NAND gate. NAND gate means not of AND. NAND means not of AND, right? So this is the symbol of the NAND gate, where you can see this is again the basic symbol where we are having only two number of inputs, and over here you can see that this is the symbol of the AND gate, right? And after this AND gate we have put a bubble over here. This bubble represents the NOT, right? So whatever is coming from this AND gate, right, after combination of A and B, right, its complement will be taken over here, its inverse will be taken over here, right? So the Boolean expression for this type of gate is equal to A dot B complement. This is the complement sign, right? So we can have a bar, complete bar over here also. That also represents the NAND gate, right? So now we are having the two inputs over here. Now we have to see the relationship between the output and the input. So that can be represented with the help of this truth table, where we are having A and B as the inputs and Y is equal to the output, right? So again we are having the combination of A and B's, right? So both can be 0 0, right, or 0 1 can be there, or 1 0 or 1 1 can be there. So we are having in decimals 0 1 2 and 3, right? So in the AND gate we were having, wherever there was either 1 0 present, right, we were having 0 at that place, and wherever we were having all ones, right, we were having 1 at that place. Now in NAND gate what we are having exactly the opposite of the AND gate, right? So we can see over here that wherever there is a 0 present, we are having 1 at the output, and wherever there is no 0, when both the inputs are equal to 1, at that place we are having the output equal to 0, right? So this is the function, or we can say the relationship between the output and the inputs in the case of the NAND gate. Now moving on to the NOR gate. NOR gate is nothing but the opposite of the OR gate, or the inverse of the OR gate, right? So in this case you can see this is the symbol of the OR gate, and after this symbol we are having a bubble over here. This bubble will represent the inverse of the OR gate. Again we are having the simplest type of the NOR gate, where we are having two types of inputs, two number of inputs, and there will be only one output. Now in this case, this is the Boolean expression where we are having A plus B and its complement, A plus B complement. Now this A plus B complement will represent the NOR gate, right? So again we are having two number of inputs A and B. So these will be equal to 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. The output over here, you can see this is exactly the opposite which we were having in the case of the OR gate. So in OR gate, wherever there were both zeros at the inputs, we were having 0 at that place, and rest all were having 1. Wherever we are having at least 1 in the input, we were having 1 in the OR gate. Okay, now over here you can see this is exactly the opposite of the OR gate, right? This is the NOR means complement of the OR. So in this case we are having 1 at the output whenever we are having both zeros, and rest in all the cases we are having zeros. Okay, so after that, moving on to the last type of, or we can say the last category of the gates, that is the special gates. In the category of special gates, again we are having two number of gates. The first one is the XOR gate, and second one is the XNOR gate. So the meaning of XOR and XNOR means X means exclusive OR, and exclusive NOR gates. So these are the type of the we can say the special type of gates, because these two gates are special in cases of OR gate and the NOR gate. So whenever when we are having the outputs of the OR gate, when we discuss about the the truth table of the OR gate, so there will be some special cases where there will be mismatch with the OR and the NOR. Rest all the outputs will be the same. So we will discuss this in the next slide. So moving on to the XOR gate. So XOR gate means exclusive OR. So in this case you can see that we are having this as the symbol of the OR gate, and there will be a half semicircle, right, before this OR gate, right? So this complete symbol will represent the XOR gate. So when we talk about the Boolean expression for this XOR gate, so this is given by A plus B, and in between these A and B, right, so this plus sign is actually covered by a circle, right? So this is the symbol for the XOR gate, and if we expand this Boolean expression, this is equal to A B complement plus A complement B. So this on expansion will become A B complement plus A complement B. Okay, so here you can see this is the truth table of the XOR gate, and this is again the basic truth table, right? So we are having two number of inputs, A and B, and Y the single output is there, and this is A XOR B. This is the symbol for the XOR gate. So you can see over here that this output, right, this is for the first three entries, that is 0 0 0 1 and 1 0. This is exactly the same as we were having in the case of the OR gate, only the last entry is different, right? So this is the special case, right, of the OR gate, where we are having the output equal to 0. Therefore this gate is known as the XOR gate. Now you can see over here in looking at this truth table, wherever we are having the same type of entries at the input, like we are having 0 and 0 over here, and 1 over here, we are having 0 at the outputs. And wherever we are having the different entries at the input, like we are having 0 and 1 and 1 and 0, at that place the Y is equal to 1, right? So we can see over here that if we are having the odd number of the ones, right, present in the input side, then we are having the output equal to 1, otherwise it is equal to 0. Therefore this XOR gate is also known as the odd function gate. So when we generally speaking, so when you talk about the XOR gate, right, so this is being used, this expression, this output is being used, right, widely when you talk about the circuits when they are made, and we'll discuss this later on. This will be used very much in the circuits we will discuss in the combination and the sequential circuits. Okay, so moving on to the last type of the gate, that is the XNOR gate. This is nothing but the exclusive NOR, right? So this is a special case of the NOR gate, right? So in this case you can see over here that this is the symbol for the XNOR gate, where this one you can see over here, this symbol, this represents the XOR gate, right? And there's a bubble over here which is nothing but the inverse of the XOR gate. Okay, so XOR and XNOR, they are actually complement to each other. So wherever there is a 0 in the XOR gate, there will be 1 in the XNOR, and wherever there is 1 in the XOR, there will be 0 at the XNOR, right? So when you talk about this type of the gate, this is known as the exclusive NOR, because this is a special function, or we can say the special, there is a special case in this type of the gate, which is different from that of the NOR gate, right? So you can see over here we are having A and B as the inputs and Y is the output, right? So Y is equal to A X NOR B. Now this is the symbol for NOR gate, X NOR gate, right? This dot circled by this dot is being circled, right? So this becomes the symbol of the XNOR gate, right? So when this expression is expanded, right, so we will be having Y is equal to A into B plus A complement into B complement, right? On expansion of this expression, we will be having this expression in the Boolean format, right? So here you can see, looking at the truth table, you can see over here wherever there are wherever the entries are different, right, and at those places we are having the outputs equal to 0, and wherever the entries are same, we are having the output equal to 1, right? So this is the exclusive NOR. You can see over here at the output side, the first three entries they're exactly same as that of the NOR gate. Only the last entry, right, over here is the opposite of the NOR gate, right? So in NOR gate we were having 0 over here. In this case, in XNOR gate, we are having 1 over here. So this is this last expression, or we consider the last case, is having the special type of the output, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this, please subscribe, like and share with your friends so that they can be benefited, and please help in promoting this. In the next video we will discuss about the rules and the laws and theorems of the Boolean algebra. Thank you so much.